Let's move on to the FCS program. The FCS program that grossed the most money, according to the 2015 NCAA.org, was James Madison University. They grossed over $44 million. So 10% of 44 million is $440-some thousand that you have to divvy between each of your players. But the catch with the FCS is you don't have as many scholarships. So each player isn't going to be getting paid as much as the FBS programs would. So essentially, FCS levels would be saving money. It just depends on who you're asking. Now, the only difference between FCS and FBS programs is some FCS schools don't give scholarship checks. For example, you take the FCS program that I went to. They didn't give us scholarship checks. But I do have some friends that went to other FCS powerhouse programs, and those players got, scholarship checks. All FCS programs do give financial aid and refund checks, which is essentially how we survived. It's how I survived. And a lot of us didn't come from privileged families. I know I didn't. I had to get it out the mud and grind. And I know you're not supposed to speak for others, but I'm speaking for all of the FCS players that we would appreciate if we got them scholarship checks too now. And the third way that the NCAA lets each university pay their players is stipends. We got stipends, but it was only like $10, $15. We used to get that most away games. Sometimes we was waiting. Some games we get it, some games we don't. At least I don't remember. And people don't forget how much money they get now. So that's all I'm gonna say. I ain't saying somebody didn't give it to us, but I don't remember it. Most people would say,
they paying for your scholarship. They paying for your education. You should just be grateful that you ain't gotta pay for school. You know what I'm saying? You should just sit there and just be grateful that they're doing that.
So here's my question to those people that say that. For one, just because you get that piece of paper, which is the degree, which is important in life, I do agree that it is important. But guess what? It doesn't guarantee you a job. That's a myth. All I'm trying to say is everyone eating but the athletes. Everyone getting paid but the athletes. Hell, the referees that ref the game get paid more than the athletes. Is it a coincidence? I also believe, according to study, that nothing in this world is a coincidence. Everything has an equal or greater reaction. We learned that in grade school. In business, you learn that when everybody is doing good, everybody is getting paid. When the company is doing bad, people's hours are getting cut short. Your monthly checks don't be as much, right or wrong.
Well, that's all about right. That's all about right. But what's your point?
My point is this. NCAA sports will always thrive, no matter if the team is losing or winning. So each staff member is getting paid. Each staff member is winning regardless. But the players, we treated like slaves. Some we might be treated like house slaves, but a slave is a slave. So don't treat us like we the stepchild, because we the ones who's funding those big yachts that you got in the summer, those Mercedes Benzes that you're driving in the fall, and that coat that your kids wearing in the winter. We're funding that. Our broken shoulders, torn meniscuses, broken ankles, ACLs, we're funding that. Now, I'm not saying coaches and the higher ups aren't important, because they are. All I'm saying is it's time for the NCAA to be fair and to give players what they need. Now, the only con to that is that if you do it for Division I AA, you have to do it for Division II and Division III. And that is what the NCAA fears the most. Even though Division II and Division III schools doesn't bring in as much money as FBS and FCS programs, that is what's keeping the NCAA from finally being fair and giving money to the student athletes who work their tails off for it. There's the answer. Oh, and stay tuned for the next video. Like, subscribe, comment. Please comment on these videos. Please comment. I like to see what people think. I don't like to think that I'm always right, but I like to stay facts. Facts are the only thing that matter. Information is the only thing that's important. Stay positive. TTG for real. Cut the camera.